my favourite time of the week, Tom.
Yes.
It's time for a quickie.
Yes, so I've heard. You're quite a fan of it.
Poor little boy, he just blushed. He's like, oh.
Yes.
No, it's never going to get old. It's never going to get old.
A stories-themed quickie.
It's my favourite. It's my favourite. So this quickie, we'll do a little bit differently because I've got one story that could take up the entire quickie.
Great. Well, I think me and everyone else that's gathered around their headphones to have a listen will just sit here and be quiet.
Yep.
All
This is
Hush
what we
down,
do.
yeah.
I will tell you your shit story.
Right.
Not the shit story as in
No,
the story
yes.
shit, but as in it's just shit thing that happened. It starts off in capital letters. Hey team, awesome.
Yes. Hello.
This is from longtime listener / reader Kim.
Hello, Kim.
Here is a fun story about being scammed via online dating. Well, almost.
Oh.
I've been online dating for about 4 months. Had a few dates, nothing serious has come of anything, still trawling through the profiles. And I came across this incredibly stunning specimen of a man. See attached photo. Now, I'm not going to out this guy, but I'm just going to show you guys a photo of this gentleman.
Yes,
he's quite a good-looking lad.
Conventionally attractive. I would say.
Yes. Looking, like a nice close shaved beard, little bit of a hair poof at the front. Like it's just he looks a bit cool, calm and collected.
Whack a beard on your Ryan Seacrest kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way I'm going.
Probably a little bit less Botox, but yeah.
Yes, yes.
And somehow we matched. I assume this was going to go the same way most of my matches do. Either 2 to 3 messages and then nothing, or 2 to 3 messages and then what's your kink, and then nothing but sex talk. However, this gorgeous young man, 34 to my 42, was sweet and responsive and delightful.
Good man.
For 2 full days, messages fly back and forth, each including more and more kiss emojis and love hearts. Oh, dear. No. I didn't read this story ahead of Vance because I trusted the storyteller, but I'm already like, oh, honey, no, I would have, no. I knew about his job, where he lived, his family, his dating history, and somehow he found me beautiful and lovely at the same time. He understood my desire not to have children. He wanted to take me to meet his parents in Venice. I was so lost in a sea of slightly bad English grammar. Oh, so this is a really nice follow-on from the previous episode then. A slightly bad English grammar that seems so much more endearing from an Italian than an uneducated Australian bogan. I didn't plan this, I swear to God. I asked when we could meet. I have discovered that I need to meet sooner rather than later to gauge chemistry. She's too old to waste time, folks, it says in brackets. He would love to meet after he gets back from Sydney in 2 weeks. We keep messaging, but suddenly mid-conversation about our travel plans and dreams, I get a message that says, but you don't have a good attitude to talk to me, seriously. You can't leave a message for me and I'll reply to your message when I'm in a good mood. What the fuck? I said, what just happened? Did I do something wrong? I wonder if maybe he meant that message for someone else. He ignores me for 2 hours and then comes back with nothing happened. I just felt like the conversation between us was important to take, but I didn't feel like you were taking it seriously. It's at this point that my red flag detector starts going off. He's either made a mistake and just doubled down on it, or he's potentially unhinged. I carry on, giving him the benefit of the doubt, and suddenly I get a photo of his dinner at his sister's house in Sydney, except that it is the exact same photo as the dinner that he had with his brother in Brisbane 2 days earlier. I call him out on it and he deletes the photo and apologises, resending another equally benign photo of food on a table. He refuses to discuss the issue that I wasn't taking seriously, but he is suddenly madly in love with me again. He suddenly starts calling me babe in the chat too, asks if I like calling him babe. I say no. It's too early, we haven't met yet, and he simply starts to use it then in every single message. Then we come to day 3. His English is deteriorating, and he now starts asking questions about what I like sexually. Insert eye roll. And while he mentioned it before when we talked about his work, he begins to discuss his cryptocurrency portfolio.
Yes.
Sending me screenshots of an app he uses to track his portfolio. Cryptobro. He has offered previously to teach me how it all works. Oh, that's very nice of him. But then I brushed it off as I wasn't interested. I didn't understand the world of crypto and Bitcoin, etc. When it comes up again this time, he insists that it's really easy and that I could get started with just $500 and earn $100 to $200 really quickly. Now, I'm a teacher. I've just bought my first house at the age of 40. This chick does not have $500 lying around, even if I wanted to go down this path. When I adamantly tell him I don't have $500 spare, he completely changes. What kind of mature adult doesn't have $500? How do you survive? He says. At this moment, I'm on the phone to my best friend reading out these messages, and if she were reading out these messages to her, and if she was Liz in the studio, she would have hit the dump them button so very hard.
Don't you worry.
My friend screams scam at me, at which point my little Italian villa dream definitely disappears and I realise it's all a sham. I was still matched with him on the app, so I promptly go on block and report him for being a scam and then call him out in the chat. Him. Do you know what the difference is between the rich and the poor?
A thieving, dirty bastard attitude. Sorry.
Producer Zane is laughing. The poor will use their physical strength to make money and the rich will use their smart minds to make more money.
Yes.
Me,
Yes.
our reader. No, the rich will use the poor to make themselves more money without paying them properly and therefore keeping them poor. He then proceeded to mansplain capitalism to me until I stopped replying, blocked him and cracked open a cold beer.
Terrific.
That story had everything. It had
yes.
love, it had romance, it had crypto bros.
Oh, the poor lamb. I was just getting more and more nervous as time went
I
on.
know.
What's
That's
coming?
a long game though. Like to invest 3 days of messaging before have you met crypto is
He's not the... Yeah, oh, well, 3 days of work for...
$500
is not bad.
to start with.
And if you're casting... He's not trying this one with one
Clearly he's cast a
person.
wide net because
you
he's...
cast a 1,000-yard wide net and you drag in 2-3 suckers. That's
I mean, I
money for the
don't
week.
blame him for forgetting which one Kim was, really. I feel
Nope.
like he
Yep, he
probably
just got-
would have been messaging.
He just got sloppy and with the scam, and that's.
I
that's
want to
biggest
plug this
disappointment.
photo into like a Google reverse image search and see if it's just like
Yes,
someone's
see.
profile that they've stolen. Like,
Guarantee you that you'll be vindicated.
he's just
there.
too conventionally like. He's so white bread. He is so
He
white
looks
bread.
like
He
a
is the
bachelor
wonder bread of
contendant.
man.
Yep.
Yeah. Traden, Braden, Caden.
Okay, then.
One of those guys. So that's it. That's our little mini. That's our
the
quickie this week.
Poor lamb. A moment for our dear reader who escaped but didn't get fooled by the scammer. They're a dime a dozen, not just in the romantic arena, in which we play today. Scammers, they're a dime a dozen. They're coming after the vulnerable. They're coming after the weak.
everywhere
They're
at
trying
the
new
moment.
things. They're trying old things time and time again. So you have to be you have to be sort of
My-
constantly vigilant.
My mum even got the I've lost my phone. Can you save this as my new number on WhatsApp? From me, I say in quote marks. And my mother, she's too smart for that shit. She sent me a text message from a second source to my number going, just double checking, is this you? And I was like, no, it is not. Block and delete. Thank you, goodbye.
Yeah, so we don't just be careful, everyone out there. Just be cautious. you know.
Assume everyone is scamming you and then you can never lose.
Yes.
Except in personal relationships.
That's right. You're only falling in love with me to get to get emotion back. I'm on to you, Buster Brown.
Look.
Well, thank you for tuning in to a little
And
Ghosts
look,
of Boyfriends Past
Don't
episode.
let that keep you from online dating, because if you guys stop online dating, we won't have any more stories to tell, and that'd be real sad for me.
Absolutely. What
I
else
need
would
to
they
live
do?
vicariously through your cringe and pain. If you've got a quickie story that you want to write in, write to ghostsofboyfriendspast@gmail.com. If you've written in a story and we haven't got back to you, check your junk.
Yes.
Chances are we did get
Let's
back to
do
you, but it just hasn't done yet. Otherwise, message us on social media, alert it to our attention, sound the alarm, get a big neon sign flashing, and we will get back to you. Until then, guys, just like watch out for scams, hey?
Yeah.